Gentlelady yields. Chair now recognizes the gentleman from Arizona, Mr. Crane.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate it. I want to say thank you to the gentleman on the panel for your careers in law enforcement. I did notice, though, when Chairman Pfluger asked if any of you saw any trends in the explosion of organized retail crime, none of you responded with any trends that you guys were noticing. That struck me as interesting because I know that you guys are all really smart or you wouldn't be here. Isn't part of being an effective member of law enforcement having the ability to spot trends and pattern recognition? Mr. Kroll?
Yeah, certainly appreciate your concern and recognize your question. Of course, we focus on emerging threats and existing threats, and truly to respond to those is something that we do every day. I think the cyber-enabled crime front is one that we're certainly dealing with right now. Network intrusions and data breaches, and especially items, identity, licenses, financial information sold on the dark web is something that concerns most of us. I would say that would certainly be a trend that we would look to.
Okay, thank you. Do you think having maybe a billionaire like George Soros spending $40 million of his own money supporting leftist prosecutors and DAs who are soft on crime might have something to do with it? Is that a trend that might have something to do with the insanity that we see in America's cities right now?
Thanks for your question, sir. I'd respectfully withhold comment on that one.
Smart. Mr. Kane?
Sorry, I just wouldn't have the context to be able to provide an intelligible answer that would make
Okay.
sense.
Mr. Perez? Think that might be a trend that has something to do with the lawlessness that we see going on in American cities right now?
Sir, no, I can't comment on that.
Okay. How about lowering the felony thresholds, as Mr. Pfluger brought up? Do you think that has anything to do with it? Same answer? I respect the fact that you gentlemen are got to be careful. I get it. But do you think that might be a trend that has something to do with the out-of-control retail crime that we see going on across the U.S.?
Sir, I can't comment on that. As I mentioned earlier, the federal statutes that allow us to investigate these crimes are ample, and we investigate them aggressively.
Okay. Well, to be honest, though, Mr. Perez, the federal statutes really have nothing to do with whether or not you're able to spot some of these trends that everybody in the country knows and understands. Everybody knows what's going on. It's so obvious. Let me give you guys a little research that I just did up here right now. This is from Forbes. Target blames organized crime for closing 9 stores across the U.S. Guess what cities they were in? New York, Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Oakland. Any trends there? We all know. Thank you. I yield back.
Well,